'Cause I keep going back to what reminds me.
Hey yo YouTube, what's going on? Junior here, back again with another reaction video. Back from my little mini vacation. So I'm making videos again. It's not a viewer request today. I was going to do a viewer request, but then I decided not to because I ultimately have the power to do whatever I want. Oh, and I saw that JINJER, that female-fronted metal band that we reacted to a little while ago, put up a new music video, a new song, new track for their upcoming EP, Micro. I enjoyed their song last time, I've enjoyed their sound before, and the video did well, so I'm excited. This looks like a very melancholy, wintry music video, and having come back from the mountain, I'm all about that right now. I don't know what you want me to be saying, I don't know what you want from me, but we're gonna just listen to this song, and that's it.
Autumn feels like funeral to me, the longest song of grief, and not for what has passed, but for what shall last.
Oh!
Exhausted nature is so tragic and so eternal. All spectacular tears will check out yourself. Death blows her slowly, crawling to her toes. Merciless limb is falling off her head.
I'm here with her, I'm dressed with a few petals on my breast. We shared all creates and that the landscapes do the same. I love your warmth, but yet prefer to sleep and come to lonely. Fix our eyes up to the sky to see a flight, set us farewell.
Okay, let's unpack here. It seemed at the beginning with the intro gonna set up to be some sort of ballad. I don't know why I thought that. Like, kind of going into the song, I had this preconception that it was gonna be a ballad, maybe just because of the thumbnail was like kind of muted, kind of these white tones. The lyrics in the intro were kind of a bit more mellowed out, and even just the lyrics as well kind of indicated that, was saying, "This autumn feels like a funeral to me, the longest song of grief, and not for what is past, but for what shall last." It's suitably gothic, dreary enough to kind of warrant some sort of ballad approach. But no, of course not. They immediately throw in the hectic, crazy instrumentation. The lead singer switches to her gutturals with an animalistic ferocity. And the whole thing is very chaotic. She just switched to a more melodic approach kind of in the latter half of this first verse here. But these lyrics, again, are very... When I was reading them, it seemed like they could have taken an approach as to kind of do a more ballad. I don't want to say ballad because it's like love ballads, but just like, like a more chilled out approach, but they went into it, exhausted nature is so tragic and suicidal. Oh, how spectacular she is when she kills herself. Death throws her slowly crawling to her toes as the last leaf is falling off her head. These lyrics with the intro as well, combined with kind of the visual aesthetic of this, it's like a period piece era kind of video of this girl getting up and having to like put her hair in those braids, and she's in this weird old log cabin going out into the winter to do something. It evokes a very distinct feeling of deep melancholy, or just like some sort of unknowable grief that's happening right now. Like, especially like the intro saying that this autumn feels like a funeral to me, the longest song of grief. But the key here is, and not for what has passed, but for what shall last. Possibly speaking as to like the ramifications of past actions, saying that even though they did happen already, the effects and consequences of them will have kind of far-reaching effects into the future. And that's not something that you can get away from. I also like the image of we shared opiates and let the landscapes do the same. I loved your warmth, but yet prefer to sleep in cold alone. I mean, it seems like a very disparate, tragic kind of love song. As much as we loved each other, we couldn't make it work. It was almost like fate was against us, you know, star-crossed in some sense. We'll see how the story progresses as we listen to the song, you know. Let's just keep going. Oh. So again, it's like they're kind of doing the thing. The first half of a section is very crazy, guttural, chaotic, and then they switch to a more melodic sound for the second half. Same with the chorus here, where she's kind of screaming goodbye. May we see each other next time, so please come back to celebrate this festival of life. And then switching it up then as now fly. Today you reach the point of no return. Now cry and then die. Tomorrow I will meet you with your cells restored. Cells restored. That's all of a sudden bringing in some sort of sense of modern scientific knowledge, which is kind of throwing me off because of this period aesthetic for the video they're going for here. Again, now it's kind of taking on a new meaning where it could be about like the relationship between two people and one of them has some sort of terminal illness or something like that, right? The autumn stretch is like the period of time when this person is, I don't know, in the hospital or something, talking about sharing opiates, exhausted nature, so tragic and suicidal. Instead of like just literal suicidal tendencies, it's more just like the nature of the disease itself is her just kind of like her body kind of fighting against itself and tearing itself apart. Anybody else think that? Am I on the right track here, or am I just completely off again? I got the last Ginger song 100% correct. I'm sure I'll get this one 100% correct too.
Tradition of mass destruction in the name of total reconstruction.
I like that bass. Dirty.
Confusion. The reason of decay and dissolution.
Okay. Alright, so that was Perennial by the band JINJER. At the end of the song, she's talking about, we're not dead, just enjoying coma. Annual tradition of mass destruction in the name of total reconstruction. My biggest source of confusion, the reason of decay and disillusion. From the ashes of my roots, the new me will rise to live again. This is the poetry of youth. It's a lot of like redemption, reconstruction, second chance kind of imagery being thrown around here. Under permanent ice, we found a brother's paradise. We're not dead, just enjoying coma. That's kind of like a sadly romantic little idea right there. I'm not quite sure how to put that in other words, but just if you just kind of thinking about that image itself, it's kind of like bittersweet in a sense. I enjoyed the song. I liked the kind of unconventional structure that it had. The instrumentation, the vocal performances were all fine. Nothing really ever stood out to me as like, whoa, just awe-inducing. It was all good. The video again was good. It had some good moments in it. The problem is that I always like, now I just look at videos in a very analytical sense as far as like filming and editing them would go. And as far as that goes, they had some good standout moments here and there. So, I mean, overall, I'd say, yeah, it was good. The song and video was good. I'd say that the strongest suit that it had was the unconventional structure, as I said before, and the kind of dark, melancholy, pseudo-romantic lyrics that kind of tugged at my heartstrings and fired up the paintings in my brain. I don't know how else to say it. That's, I guess, what I enjoyed the most about this entire experience here, and that's, I think, all I'm gonna say about it. So this is the end of the video. If you liked it, make sure to like it. If you like my channel, make sure to subscribe, and of course, everybody have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. It'll be a good time, I'm sure, and I'll have a we'll just